Hey guys, it's Tanya with Scraptastic Creations. You'll have to forgive me. I lost my voice. It's been gone and I'm finally getting it back. And I've been dying to record this. So just bear with me. I'll try to do a little bit of talking because I know I sound super funny at the moment. I love this Gnomes for Winter collection. This is so pretty. It is a perfect winter collection. And if you don't like gnomes, don't worry about it because there's literally two little gnome. There's like this tag and this fun like postage sticker here. And I love these stickers. They're like a high quality cardstock sticker. But if you don't like the gnomes, there's two stickers right here. And this is the only paper sheet that has gnomes on it. It's just so subtle. You don't even have to worry about it. So all of Close to My Heart's paper is double-sided. So I brought in two Versamats since I'm doing a double page layout. And I always work on these Versamats. I love them. Not only do they have the perfect dimension, I love the 1/4 of an inch. But you can also flip them over and they have the perfect stamping platform. So I am using, Close to My Heart came out with this in September. It is the new Make It From Your Heart Volume 6. And I love this patterns. They have 1-page layouts, 2-page layouts, A2 cards, and then you have your slimline cards. And I love that. So there are two examples for each layout. So I love that because you get lots of samples, lots of ideas. So I'm going to do pattern 18 today. And here's a couple of samples that they did. This one they flipped. And I'm going to work on this. And it's going to make my scrapbooking go fairly quickly. So I did go ahead and cut these patterns already. And I'm going to put this one here. I love this. So this should go together fairly quickly. So then I'm going to bring in this one here. And I'm not going to give the dimensions of these because they are in that pattern book and that would not be right of me to do that. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So on this side, it's another strip, but you don't see it. So I don't know why I would put that whole strip in there. So I just cut it because I am a firm believer on saving as much paper as possible. So I'm just going to put these here. And all my papers will line up perfectly because they're going to be lined up against the bottom. And then I went ahead with this one and I did the same where I cut that because you're not going to see right here. I'm going to have a photo there that is going to completely hide that. So I don't want to waste that paper. So I'm going to put that there. And then we'll have this pattern here. Look how fast that went together. I just cut those pieces of paper and it went together really quickly. So I'm going to show you the photos that I'm going to use. This is my daughter and she was 16 here. This was in February. This was back in Ohio and we had this huge snowstorm. So I said to my daughter, Emily, she was always a good sport about taking photos and she loves her horses. So I'm like, this is her horse, Glory. I was like, let's go play with the camera. And she's like, yeah, let's do that. So we went ahead and I loved how these photos came out. So I'm going to stick this here and I'm going to stick this one here. And then I'm going to use these ones here. And this is pretty much exactly how they have it in the book, other than the adjustments I made on saving the paper. And I'm going to show you a few more adjustments that I am going to make to fit my photos. So then I have a couple of little ones down here. And I went ahead and I printed, when I printed these, I printed them with a white border around them. But these ones, I did not. So I just went ahead and backed them with white cardstock. Okay, and I'm going to use that as my base for those photos. I was thinking that I'm thinking I'm gonna pull this in. It's an odd cut. So this is 4 by 2. And I think I'm gonna do something I have an idea. I'm thinking about putting this down here and I'm gonna show you my idea. Down here is where they have the journaling. But bear with me here. So I'm going to bring in my sapphire ink because I think these need some separation. So I'm going to do some ink distressing. And I don't want to bring in my blending tool. I just want to put this together super fast. So I'm literally just going to rub my sapphire ink across my paper. And that is going to give it the separation that I'm looking for. And this is going to go super fast. So let me show you real quick what that's going to look like. So I just want to show you, like, see the separation that gives. It really kind of stands up off the page. So I'm going to go ahead and do these off camera so I don't have to keep talking. I got those all distressed, and I really like the way that looks. And then I went ahead and I backed these 3 photos with some sapphire cardstock. And I only left about a 1/16 of an inch around. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Close to My Heart cardstock, but it is 2 tones. So you got the true side, the dark side, and then you have the light side. And I love that because it gives you additional colors to work with. But I went ahead and used the true side, which is the dark side. And I'm going to leave these ones white like that. I like that. Possibly I'll back these, but I'm not going to do that yet because I like the way it looks. So I'm going to bring in these. These aren't available anymore, but I'm going to bring in these snowflake thin cuts. I really like them, and I did go ahead and cut a few of those, and I didn't remove all the pieces yet because I'm not sure if I want that solid. But I cut several of those in both the white glitter paper and then periwinkle cardstock glitter paper. And so I'm going to place those around. I was thinking, you know, I'm just going to place a couple. I'm thinking I'm actually probably going to put this underneath of here and then maybe build a little thing there. But I want to have, like, I'm going to build that visual triangle. I want to have my main cluster here. I'm going to have one here and another one up here. But I feel like this is going to be bare if I don't stick something behind there. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And then I think I'll put one over here. And then one up here. And then this one here in this corner. And I want to be careful where I put stuff because I think I'm going to do something different with this. So I need to make sure I have enough room if it works. I hope it works. And then I'll put this one over here as well. And I might even cut some more because I really like that glitter. But then I went ahead and I took this from the Snow Cute. And I'm going to take this right here. And I cut a stitched circle. And I got that glitter on there. And on white cardstock, and then I stamped that in that same sapphire ink that I used to distress. So I just inked that up, and I was thinking that would look really cute right here. You're snow cute. So I'll put this over here. And then I love this like little, like, I was thinking of snow. So I'm thinking I'm going to pull this in and kind of randomly stamp that in these little tiny snowflake. Probably just this one because there's another one on another stamp set that I really like. I am going to bring in the stamp set that came with this paper collection. And I'm going to stamp this. I want to stamp this right up here. I'm going to put some inking around there. And I'm going to stamp that in that sapphire. I'm going to bring that sapphire ink over there. But I also went ahead and cut the sled and the snowman and this couple mittens and the 2 snowflakes. So I did cut those, and I'm going to put a little bit of inking on here. So I definitely made sure I stamped those in intense black because then it won't bleed when I color or add my ink to that. And then I just added a couple of snowflakes. I brought in the mist. And then I second generationed the sapphire on these. So I'm just thinking like I'll kind of bring these in, and I'm not sure where yet, but I'll just kind of place them around here. So I'm going to bring these in. And then I also went ahead and I cut these 2 branches on the evergreen card making stamp. These 2 branches, I thought they went really well with this one. I thought it went really well with these trees right here, and I'm going to stamp these, and I'm going to bring in both the jade and the pine ink, and I'm going to second generation that pine ink. And if you're not familiar with second generation, you stamp the image once on a scratch piece of paper, and then you stamp it on your die cut, and then you get that second set of ink instead of the solid ink. I did that a lot on some of my other videos. And then I'm going to pull in, so there's this little thing. So I'm going to add that into, this is my plan, to add these in and just kind of randomly put them along with this. I thought that would be fun. And I'll do a little bit of ink in too. So I did go ahead and stamp those trees. And I got a couple mittens. And these ones I stamped in the jade ink. And so let me just show that to you. So these are the inks that I'll be pulling in: the sapphire, the periwinkle, the pine, the sage, the mist, and the intense black. I love these. Aren't these pretty together? Nice winter colors. Okay, so I'm going to I want to bring in a couple of trees over here. And we'll work on building this embellishment cluster. And then we'll bring in this one, these. So I got two of these. I did the small one and the big one, and the small one and big one over here. So we'll go ahead and kind of put that one underneath, and we'll put this one on top. I don't want to put a tree up there. So I'm going to bring in these branches, and we will just kind of, these aren't glued down yet because I haven't decided if I'm going to put a mat. So we'll just we'll tuck under, and I'll probably remove those then, so you can see through it. And then we'll put like on top, although this looks better here, and this tucked over this way. So I think I will punch those out of that. So I want to go ahead and stamp, and I'm going to bring in this stamp set. So I'm going to flip my mat over because it's a large section. And I did go ahead and put this on the block already, but I am going to stamp this like here. And I'm going to stamp that in the sapphire. I think that's going to be so pretty, which is why I haven't glued this down yet. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let me tell you a few things. You're going to notice that this is different, okay? Because we glued this all the way down here. So what I did was I just went ahead and cut this out, okay? And I have this part I'm going to use over here. I decided that I didn't want this down all the way to the bottom, which is what I thought I wanted to do. Now the sketch shows it up like here, up 3/4 of an inch. So I decided that I liked it better the way the sketch is. So I am going to move this up like this. And I know you're like, this is glued down. What are you going to do? Seriously, there's no mistakes in scrapbooking. I'm going to cut off 3/4 of an inch with my paper trimmer here. Okay. And then I'm going to come in with my micro tip scissors. And I'm going to use this line right here because I think right behind the snowflake you won't really see it. So I'm literally just going to come in, okay, and I am going to cut that out. All right, I'm going to kind of lift this up a little bit, and then I'm going to cut up here, and I'm going to cut this out. And you won't see this because this is going to be hidden. And then I'm going to bring in the piece of paper that I had here. I'm going to bring that in down here, and it's just going to look like, you know, it was cut exactly how I had it. So I'm going to do that real quick. But first, I want to show you a few other things. I want to add a little bit of ink here. So I'm going to bring in a blending brush. Love these blending brushes. They're so soft and they clean so easy. I'm going to bring in some periwinkle. And then I'm going to also tap that off a little bit. And I'm going to add a little bit of that ink right up here behind this winters here. I think that's going to give it a really cool touch. Okay, and I might just leave that like that, or I might go ahead and bring some more ink in over here, maybe on my snow. And I'm going to show you the colors that I used real quick and talk you through it. All right, so let's add a little bit more here. I like that. I like that a lot. Just gives it a little place to sit and rest, and gives it a little texture there. I like that. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. So these are the tri-blend markers. I love these markers. They are literally a 3-in-1. So you have 3 colors, a light, a medium, and a dark. And I absolutely love that. These blend effortlessly. Okay. So I want to bring in this snow, and I want to bring in a couple of these little things that I'm going to randomly stamp. I'm going to do my journaling here. But I want to go ahead and cut this first. And I think I might add a little bit. I'll add a little bit of that inking right here, kind of in the middle here. Might go ahead and do that real quick too. So let's do that real quick. Just add a little bit right here. Cute. Okay. So let me show you this. So you're like, how did you get this mittens? Okay, because there's only one mitten, okay? And it looked silly for me to have the two. You could leave it that way. Sorry. So I just literally flipped it over, and I took my journaling pen, and I just literally just drew it. Like, I just looked at this and kind of just drew it and then colored it in. So that's how I have my second. I don't have my pieces glued yet. Or not all of them glued. And then I did go ahead and back this with the sapphire cardstock like I did the other ones. I left this one. I just thought that I just liked the way that it made it stand up. It kind of blended into this pattern. Is pretty busy, so it blended in a little more. So I went ahead and backed that and left just a 1/16 of an inch all the way around my frame, and I'll go ahead and get that glued down. So I got that done, and just where this lies, you just can't even tell. So let me just show you here. See? I'm not sure you can see that, but I just glued a strip there, and I took it to where that seam was. I cut the top off, and you just can't even tell, and I like that a lot better how it lays. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in that periwinkle, and I'm going to bring in sapphire. So I'm going to bring the snow in. All right. So I'm just thinking like, maybe like kind of just here at the bottom where this picture is. I just thought that would look cute. Okay, perfect. I like it. So then I'm gonna use this this one, and I'm just gonna kind of randomly stamp some spots. Okay, I want to do 2 more things real quick. I want to bring in some white gloss spray, okay? And then I also want to bring in some clear shimmer brush. So I just want to add some white and some clear, so I have some sparkle, and I think that'll look really cool. But I am going to cover my photos because I do not want my photos wrecked. So I'm just going to put a piece of copy paper right here over my photo. And then I'm not going to spray this. I'm taking the lid off. And I'm just going to do some tapping. So I just want to add that. And I know it's like white on white, and you don't think that it makes a difference, but trust me, in person you can really see that. And I really love the way it looks when you add this. love, love, love how that came out. I really hope that you can see that. It came out really pretty. Okay, I love all the sparkle and glitter. It really adds to my layout. I mean, seriously, I don't know if you can see all like that snow looking. I love that. Okay, so now I need to add your journaling. So you can take some journaling strips and put it here. This is how it is in the sketch, okay? So you can do that. Put it on a clear piece of paper, or make a little journaling card right here, or even just write it. Draw some lines with your ruler, which would look really nice. Draw some lines with your ruler and then just write your journaling, okay? And this was my daughter, and she was 16. She was 16. It was February, like February 5th. And she's 26 now, so this was 10 years ago. And so what I'm going to do, and I'm going to see how this is going to come out, is I have that little photo that I showed you at the beginning, and this is a 4x6 flip flap. And so you usually put your 4x6 photo in here, and you take this sticky off, and you can put it on, and you can add additional photos. So you put one here and then another here, or you can put like a journaling card, or you could do your journaling on the back of that and have another photo here, journaling, and then your photo. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. Literally, I'm going to cut this. And then I'm going to take my cinch, and I'm going to close this up right here. So I'm going to create a different pocket. So this is going to be like this, okay? And then I am going to have this photo here. So I'm hoping this comes out. I'm going to come back and show you. And then you're going to be able to flip this up here. And so there'll be journaling here. And then right here, the same size, I will have another spot for journaling, or even I could even put another photo in, because I have lots of these photos. And we were out there for a couple hours just doing this really cool photo shoot. So that's what I'm going to do. I thought that would be a fun thing to do. So I'll come back and show you how that's going to be for my journaling. Okay, so this collection came with these really fun acrylic snowflakes, and they're various sizes. So look how fun those are. They're so cute. So they're acrylic, but they're not so super thick that it's going to add too much bulk to your layout. So I laid 3 of those out, and I put one here, here, and here, because I'm creating that visual triangle. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. I just wanted to show those to you. I thought those were so cute and be a perfect touch to this layout. So I'll just put this one here. It was really hard not talking to you guys. I tried to limit the amount that I talked because of my voice. I just want to talk to you. But all right, so I'm going to put this one here. I'm just using my my glue tape here. Oh, that just added such a cute touch, you know? Love it. It's those little things, you know, that you can just add a little bit more detail, like the paint and the shimmer brush, and just 3 little acrylic shapes. And so I did go ahead and cut this. I haven't done it yet. And this is the other piece. Don't throw this away. Save this, because it's a little pocket. And you can create like a tag, like a little journaling. Of course, I'm not going to be able to open it right this second. Okay. You can create like a little, you can use like red score tape and have that, you know, tucked in back there. And then have your card pull out, your tag pull out. And that was a fun little trick that I learned from another consultant. But I'm going to go ahead and see. I left myself a little extra room. So I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do here. And if you don't have you could use, of course you could use like red score tape and just, you know, glue that. But you could also sew it with like your sewing machine, or hand stitch it if you wanted to. Okay, I really love how this came out. And I hope you can see all the white from the acrylic paint and all the shimmer, like glistening
from the shimmer brush. And I love how this came out. And I went ahead with my flip flap. I used my fuse tool and I don't know why I said cinch earlier, I'm sorry. And then I decided to go ahead and leave it, because I had a lot to say. I decided to go ahead and leave it for my journaling instead of putting another photo in. And I'm just super happy. And I will have photos of this on my Facebook page and Scraptastic Creations with Tanya Roberts' page, and on my Instagram. And if you're looking for more inspiration, check out my next video.